It's the most coveted shirt in British and Irish rugby, and throughout the Lions' illustrious history, it's been worn by many of the greatest players to have graced the game.
First and foremost, that we wanted to play attractive rugby, and that's why we were such a popular side in 1950.
Sometimes when you're doing things at the time, you don't realise just how good they are, but when we look back on those days, what a wonderful time, and how fortunate we were to be on that tour.
He said there's 40,000 people playing scrum half in Great Britain today. You're the chosen one.
Football players on tour, they're interested in rugby, sightseeing, girls, nothing strange, no.
You were in a team which fought together, and those memories just will not leave me.
If I was asked to have one moment in my life, I would take the Lions every single time. Every single time. That was special beyond, you know, it was just magic.
You hear all these great names, and Gareth Edwards and JPRs and Willie Johns, and the sort of names of mystique and of the past, and you get to meet them when you're a bit older and hear the stories, and you know, it's just a great thing. It's one of the great things of rugby.
It's been a testing few weeks for Warren Gatland. The poor man has been on tenterhooks watching his Lions knock the stuffing out of each other in their club games. But the sight of George North and Jamie Roberts flying upside down when they recently visited the Red Bull Hangar 7 in Salzburg was surely the stuff of nightmares. For Roberts, this will be his second Lions tour. 4 years ago, he was part of the squad that took on the then world champions, South Africa.
Running out for that first test in Durban is the culmination of a lot of things. You know, since I was 7, I suppose, your rugby journey, which takes you up through, you know, various age grade teams and junior international teams, and obviously to wear the red shirt of Wales is incredible. And then to run out as a test Lion is the ultimate goal, I suppose, as a rugby player. And to do that in a country such as South Africa was very special.
The Lions were unbeaten going into the first test when Roberts formed a formidable midfield alliance with Brian O'Driscoll. But such was the ferocity of the series, their tour came to an end after the attritional second test in Pretoria.
I've never seen a change room like it, and you know, I've only played the game professionally for 6-7 years, but you know, I'm sure the boys who have played for longer than that have never seen a change room like that. Complete devastation. A lot of boys took a beat in that game, and it was one of those where were you moments. You know, that second test in South Africa was up there with one of the great games ever to be played, and one which will be talked about for a long time, and you know, absolute privilege to play in it.
Roberts was named the Lions player of the tournament, but that was scant consolation.
I feel as if I have unfinished business in a Lions shirt, especially after losing those 2 tests and not getting the chance to play in that winning third test. So, yeah, amazing experience which I suppose changed my life.
Alongside Roberts on this tour is his Wales teammate, George North.
To be the best in your club is obviously a big achievement professionally. To be the best in your country and play for your country regularly is huge. But then we take all the other players that are playing good and great for their club and country, and to try and fight for that one position on one team, it's massive. You know, as a player, it's something you want to be involved in, you want to play, you want to take part in it.
Lions tours are renowned for their army of travelling fans, and there'll be none prouder in Australia than North's father, John, who, as he demonstrated during the Six Nations game in Paris, can occasionally allow his paternal pride to get the better of him.
At the time, I was just pretty excited to score, and obviously I wasn't too sure about my feet, because obviously you got long legs, don't know whether they're out or not. So I just got up and celebrated like you scored it, and then all the boys jumped on me and actually celebrating. And then at the end of the game, actually John Davis came up to me and said, "George, is that your old man on the pitch?" It's like, nah, it's not him, he hasn't got it in him. And actually, my old man there. And then the analysis boys came over with a laptop, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, what are you doing?"
North of all people won't be underestimating the opposition. In his brief international career, he's already faced the Wallabies 5 times and has yet to be on the winning side.
Australia, as a rugby nation, they're always good. Regardless of obviously form and stuff, you never know what team's going to turn. Like the French, you never know what's going to turn up on the day. But the strength and depth they've got, the quality has always been good. Fortunately for the tour, they haven't had the best form going into it, and obviously the quality that the Six Nations brought to the game and the quality of players that are coming out of it, it's obviously going to be a good step for the tour, really.